It's my privilege to welcome you all, sir. I will invite the guest with the lighting of lamp. Please come, sir. I invite Debendra Mohanta, sir, also to join for the lighting lamp with the distinguished guest from Japan. All the heads. Dean, please join hands.
Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampadah. Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampadah. Shatru buddhi vinashaya deepajyotir namostute. Deepajyotir namostute. दीपज्योतिः परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिः परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापम् सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तुते ओ दीप ब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीप ब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रांश्च मतिं स्वच्छां मे सदा रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् यस्य दृष्टे गृहे दीपः तस्य नास्ति दरिद्रता कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
Now I request everyone to stand for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, sir. I want dignitaries to be on the dais. I request our volunteer to escort them. Distinguished Speaker, Dr. C.P. Gurnani, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, SO University, Professor P.K. Nanda, sir, Professor Damodar Acharya, Chairman, IIN Bhubaneswar Chapter, Professor Sivacharan Naik, former Professor, NIT Rourkela, and our Japan delegation, from Japan delegation, Professor Ki Yamin. On the stage, please. Now I request our volunteers to welcome them with the bouquet. अरे शिफ्ट I request Damodar Acharya sir to felicitate the distinguished speaker. I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to distinguish Professor Sibacharan Naik sir. I request Damodar Acharya sir to felicitate Ki Yamaguchi. I request Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor P.K. Nanda sir to address the gathering as a welcome.
Good morning, everybody.
Putting the
Jagannath,
अरे हाँ था आउटपुट
esteemed
एट लोगों जो टाइम है आउटपुट
Speaker Dr. C.P. Gunani,
दे जिसना ठीक है
Honorable Chairman of the INE Bhubaneswar chapter and the Chairman of our Advisory Board Committee of our University, Professor Damodar Acharya, Professor Sivacharan Naik, who is former professor of NIT Raukla, also teacher of
फोटो ऐसे
Dr.
डबल क्लिक
C.P. Gunani. Then from Japan, we have distinguished guest Professor Yamamuchi,
साल
Director, Additional Dean Professor Renu Sharma, Dr. Mahato, and distinguished guests, my dear students. At the outset, I congratulate the team as well as also welcome our chief speaker today, who also visited our campus long back and delivered to our students, who was a very distinguished personality in the field of industry. As a university, we have grown, and this kind of lecture series is with the INE Bhubaneswar chapter, where Professor Damodar Acharya is the chairman. We have joined our university, and AIC Schwab Foundation also joined in this kind of lecture series, and this is the 76th series. It's because of all his effort of Professor Damodar Acharya. Actually, in our university, we started lecture series during COVID. Still the series is going on, that is SOA, fortnight lecture series on different themes every year. In every department of every institute also they are conducting lecture series. By and large, many are continuing, and many have come to this SOA fortnight lecture series. As a university, we have grown. Now we are offering 10 degree in 10 disciplines in 13 institutes of our different 5 campuses. And we have been consistently ranked in NR ranking to be in top 25 last 10 years. And last year we are 15. And among all the institutes who participated in the ranking, we are there in 25th position. Our engineering institute is in 22nd, and 2 of the institutes are in top 10, that is Faculty of Medical Science, Faculty of Dental Science, and Faculty of Legal Studies. Our medical science is also 15th in the rank. We have currently 22,000 students and 2,100 faculty members, more than 7,000 other staffs working in different disciplines. We have 400 international students from 30 countries. And this kind of series, and we have just concluded Proxima, where we have invited 170 industry leaders from different industry, and just actually yesterday it was concluded. So now our university is focusing on industry connect and also connecting to the society, which is also the mandate of the university and Government of India's mandate. So this lecture series also will help us to understand the ethos, what is happening in industry, and the recent technological landscape. There is a transformation in technological landscape across the world, how the industry is actually undergoing this transformation and what is necessary in the industry. So we listen today to a very kind of top-notch speaker. I think he has a lot of experience and everything. I think Professor S.C. Nayak will introduce him because he is a student. So it's my pleasure to invite Professor Nayak, with whom I was there also at NIT and bid farewell there itself to sir. And today he is with me. And also the chief speaker who happens to be from NIT. So welcome, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Jai Jagannath.
Thank you, sir.
Jai Jagannath, and good afternoon. Respected Chairman of Bhubaneswar Chapter of FNAE, telling that Dr. Damodar Acharya, he is also former Director of Chairman of AICT and Director of IIT Kharagpur. Also, he is the founding Vice Chancellor of BPUT, which was founded in Rourkela. He is associated with many things. I don't want to tell him. Then I wanted to introduce Professor P.K. Nanda, Vice Chancellor. He is here. Then Madam Renu Sharma, she is a Professor of Electrical Engineering and Additional Dean. Now I come to introduce my own student, just like parents introducing their children. He is now Dr. C.P. Gulani. Earlier he was known to us as Chandra Prakash. He has changed his figure. He was earlier slim, sweet, smart. I have judged him in many ways. We have a slum area, still it is there in Rourkela. That is the largest one in Odisha. We are doing some work there through Rotary Alliance, and he was always associated with us. He picked up the social service along with his work. He left us. Then I met him a couple of times in the airport. Then just before COVID, in Rourkela, we are planning for an international conference. It so happened I was not allowed to go there because where I was staying, that is a very elite campus, so we are not allowed. Rather, we lost 3 persons. Now, there we met only, we talked also all that. He told, sir, you have become very fat. I knew I was at that time. Now, this time, on 3rd February, I met Professor Acharya. After that, I thought, we have also many persons, but 2 distinguished chemical engineers came to my mind. First was C.P. Gurnani. So on 5th February, probably, I sent a message to Dr. Acharya. Then everything was done. Now he is associated with so many. In addition to that, Tech Mahindra, he took over 2009 probably. Probably he still associated, but not actively from 2023, but with many things. I only want to tell 2 things and then close it. Titli, am I correct? There is a Titli NGO. He, along with his wife, Anita, I think, not anybody else's name I am taking. Okay, Anita. Then there is another deemed university. That is Pralaka. Correct? That they have established. I think when he came to us, he was born, I think, on 19th December 1958. 3 years before Goa was born. But he left a good impact in REC Raurkela at that time with his work. I wish you and all the best in life. I'm going to score 10 years, I mean century only after 10 years. But I think after my century, you stay 10 more years and do well. Thank you, all of you. You are 5 of you there. And I thank you, all of you. Thank you very much. And thank you also very much for your kind hospitality, which I don't deserve. So much hospitality. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Now I'd like to invite Professor Damodar Acharya, sir. Chairman, International Advisory Board and Chairman, IINA Bhubaneswar Chapter. Please, sir. He will be briefing us about IINA Bhubaneswar Chapter.
Jai Jagannath. Very good morning to all of you. My Guru, Professor Sivataran Nayak, who Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor P.K. Nanda, Chief Speaker of this day, Dr. Chandraprakash Gurnani, my friend from Japan, I am forgetting his name. Then, of course, we have in the audience my own student, Mr. Devendra Mahanto. He is also from Tokyo, Japan. Then, of course, we have Madam Renu Sharma. Very hearty welcome to all of you. I am happy to say so. On behalf of IINA Bhubaneswar chapter, we have been organizing large number of distinguished lectures, and along with the Association of Shiksha Anusandhan University, which has been hosting all these lectures, then IIT Bhubaneswar, IMMT Bhubaneswar, Niger Bhubaneswar, ICT, IOC campus in Bhubaneswar, and IEEE Bhubaneswar chapter Bhubaneswar section for so many. So far, actually, we have completed 75 such lectures, and this is the 76th one. And we have all the prominent people from India as well as abroad in the field of academics, research, to give this, distinguished lecture, for which actually our Bhubaneswar, IEEE Bhubaneswar chapter really deserve to be one of the most vibrant and active chapter. We also hosted here in this place itself the INA National Convention, and we have been entrusted that this year we will be hosting here National Technology Day on 11th and 12th of May. You may be knowing that is the 11th of May. Actually, this Pokhran blast actually took place, and we celebrate National Technology Day to commemorate that, event, which has given definitely a right place so far as actually technology is concerned to this whole country. Now, I'm really very, very happy that Dr. C.P. Gurnani, you may or may not be knowing, not only actually he is in the corporate sector, he is also connected with number of universities and educational institutions, and my own university also gave him, that is the Sambalpur University from which I graduated, gave him the honorary doctorate degree. So he is, and of course, Professor Sivacharan Naik has already introduced to him. I do not want to take any other, any more time. I will now request Mr. Dr. Chandra Prakash Gurnani to please make his presentation.
Yes.
I have taken the permission from Professor Nanda to step out of the podium here and talk to you instead of giving a presentation. By now you know that the main charm of coming here was not to meet Manoj Naik or to meet Professor Nanda. I mean, I just want to make a confession. It was really because I missed the birthday party of Professor S.C. Naik, who were in a way, my coaches and guide, both he and his medical doctor wife. I mean, they were the ones, for this young person, when I was 17, when I went to Rourkela, they welcomed me in their houses. They welcomed me into the society because Professor S.C. Naik was a very, very well-known figure in Rourkela. He was a prominent Rotarian. He was a prominent professor in the university, and he was also well connected with the local society there. So since I had missed the 90th birthday celebrations on 3rd February, I can only say that I promise that I will come for 95th, 96th, 97th, and the 100th birthday. So let's again give him a... Yeah. All right, 110. So, and again, it is coincidental that on this podium, I don't know about Dr. Renu Sharma, but Professor Acharya can say proudly, I am from NIT Rourkela. Of course, Professor S.T. Naik, we all know, built NIT Rourkela. And then we have, Mahanta. I mean, he is again, and he has kept in touch. The best part is, and for you, all of you students, is that Mahanta would be about 7, 8 years junior to me, or maybe 15 years junior. When did you graduate? 98? 90? 93. So 12 years junior. I graduated in 81. But he still makes a point when he's coming to Gurgaon, and if he's not meeting the President of India, he comes and meets me. The reason I keep joking about President of India is because he told me that the President of India is from his hometown. So anyway, thank you, Mahanta, and thank you everybody for keeping NIT Rourkela flag flying in Tokyo, Japan also. So I think, when you are all are today sitting here, I will only remind you, during my induction ceremony, that means when I joined the college in 76, somebody jokingly came and told us that number one, don't assume that just because you are in REC Rourkela, or at that time it was called REC Rourkela or NIT Rourkela, that the world will come to you. You still have to go to the world. You still have to make your mark. The only two things that will happen is, number one, because you are a graduate of NIT Rourkela, I'm talking to you about 76. I'm taking you back in time. And the only two things that will happen to you is, number one is you will get a good father-in-law. The second thing that will happen to you is, that time it was a 5-year course, he said you will start feeling when you get into the class, you will feel as if you are the chief engineer. By the time you graduate, you would be happy to get a job of an assistant engineer. So the point is very simple, that the reality will dawn on you as you graduate. And that is a time, while India has changed between that year of 76 to 81 to now in 2026, we all are seeing a seismic shift that is happening around us. Please remember the seismic shift, which is called AI, and that's what when Professor Naik wanted me to speak about future, I said, sir, we have to talk about the past a little bit. The past is, many of you remember or may not remember, but India, there was a gradual shift from cycle to, that time we had a Luna, then Luna became a scooter in our lives. Scooter then became a, probably a motorcycle, and a motorcycle then started becoming a Maruti Suzuki or a Fiat car for those who could afford it. And today, most of the young engineers who work with me, they in the first or second year actually buy a car. And the reason is very simple. It is not only because they can afford it, but also because the world around has become where even a word like air conditioner, I mean, we all sit in this room thinking about an air conditioner. We take it for granted. Do you know in 50s, there was no air conditioner. Even in Americas, the cars were not air conditioned. So when you look back, you also realize that there was a change. There is a technological shift that has been happening. Some of us may remember that your parents had a rotary phone, which when did it become a cellular phone? When did your phone become a smartphone, which is actually more powerful than a supercomputer of those days? Most of us even today carry a smartphone, but we use it to watch Instagram or Reels or, whatever. I mean, there's no TikTok here. But otherwise, you look at your data consumption. And I'm willing to take a bet out here. The data consumption is actually Reels. It is not because you were playing with Anthropic Cloud or where you're playing with a codex of, ChatGPT, or you were, challenging a Gemini. And that is where some of us are going wrong. That is an easy life. Watching Reels is not what will make us future ready. Similarly, go back. In your own life, you have seen the only equipment which probably requires no maintenance is a TV. I mean, you switch on a TV, it is working, and as long as it has got a life, it is working. Now, why is it that every other equipment requires some kind of an intervention? I mean, in the old times when, sir, if you remember, for Bajaj scooter, there used to be this, famous joke that you shut it and you start it, I mean, it is probably will work. Or you tilt it and it will work. My point is, quality, reliability is an area where many of us can start contributing to make it as good as a TV. And that's where the word now innovation comes in. Where would you like to innovate? Where do you think you will get your next job? If the stories of Elon Musk are to be believed, then the Elon Musk said by 2030, there will be no jobs left. Now, whether it is true or it is dramatic effect, go back into the history of IT industry. It is not that automation has not happened in the past. It is not that I agree with Elon Musk. But the reality is somebody has taken a stand. There is this report from one of the research houses in New York, which is saying 50% of the jobs will be lost. Now, whether you guys agree or not, but it has to become a wake-up call. It doesn't matter. I do notice there are people from the medical fraternity here. I do notice there are people from the hospitality industry here. I do notice there are people from the engineering faculties here. Ultimately, all of us have to realize that AI growth is now exponential. And AI growth is an exponential. AI is not here to solve a technology. AI is here as a tool in your hands. The more you can relate to it as a use case for the industry, you are future ready. So when I see the white coats here, I start asking this question that how do I make the care industry more efficient by using the AI tool? How do I start requesting hospitals to start becoming, friendly to their patients? How do I tell a hospital that a patient is your customer? Why can't I do this? And it is in this city. During COVID, the commissioner of BMC that time was a very renowned IAS officer called Sanjay Singh. And I went to meet Sanjay Singh. I have such a huge respect for Mr. Sanjay Singh that I always go and meet him. He said the innovation that he did was that old people above 60, he would book a taxi for them, he means his administration, and people will be brought to the hospital for administering the COVID vaccine. Now think about it. To me, if a hospital, and he was very successful, it came in the newspapers, he was complimented almost all over India. That experiment of treating his customer is a person with whom he has to look after them. Think about it. He combined hospitality industry into hospital. He combined personal care into a vaccination program. Now that is where I call creating use cases or building innovation. Now think about it. How many of us have tried to go to a hospital, or if it's probably your parents or grandparents, checking out of a hospital in India is a 6-hour process. Have you ever seen it? And I had the same experience because I took my father-in-law to the hospital and I happened to know the owner of that hospital. I went to that owner and I said, listen, you and I both stay in a hotel. Do you know that they prepare the bill at 12 o'clock in the night every night because they do the processing of the batch? So when you get up in the morning, your record is updated till 12 night. Number two, when I looked at the process says the medicine consumed, how many of this will be returned? Number two, doctor has to write some discharge summary. Number third, something. And I said, why can't you put AI for all of this? I mean, why do you need to write a discharge summary? You went and saw him here last night. Your junior doctor saw the patient in the morning. Why does at 11 o'clock, you don't even come and visit. But till you sign a discharge summary, nothing moves. It's your nursing department which is telling you whether the medicine is consumed or not. It is your dispensary which is saying, yes, I've received the goods back. But all this of 6 hours of somebody packing his bags and waiting. Why am I narrating this as a story? That every day in your life, in innovation, like somebody created a cellular phone in your life, somebody created a gaming application in your life, somebody created an Alexa in your life, and somebody which is now created a driverless car. Even today, when you go to San Francisco, you can actually order an Uber with the driver and without the driver in San Francisco. And you know, without the driver is cheaper. So my point is that we all, whatever we can imagine in science fiction, now is being done. It is available, whether it is a mission to the moon or a mission to the Mars. That if somebody is talking about, you know, in another 30 years, that there will be a colony in the Mars, it may be possible. At least you will be there. I mean, even Dr. Naik, after 110, may decide that he will extend his life further because he will go to Mars. So all I can tell you guys is that I can go on and on. The change is exponential. All of us have seen the change in our lives. You are the same people who go to the airport and see something called Digi Yatra. What is the Digi Yatra? Have you ever imagined that the number of processes a Digi Yatra touches? Think about it. Your ticket is now electronic. Your face is being recognized. How many of you have used Digi Yatra? At least 31 people have used. Rest 131 people are thinking. Okay, so let's go back. Why am I saying complexity of the problem or a workflow? In IT, we use everything in flowcharts and workflows. Think of the flowchart. There was a CISF guy who used to look at your identity card. There was a guy who used to look at your boarding pass. Then there was a guy where you stood in front of a machine, put your PNR number. Then there was a third guy who used to look at it before you came to the conveyor belt. Then at the conveyor belt, another one. So there were like 10 people who looked at your face and your this thing. And ultimately, it was a Ministry of Home, Ministry of Travel, Ministry of Airport, all of these involved. They all had to sit together and they said, yes, our system is sophisticated enough where my face can be used as a recognition. If it can happen there, why not in 150 applications? That means there's no role of security guards anywhere. Now, can you think about it that in your lifetime, you may see a situation, there is no role of security guards which will ask you for an identification. I'll give you another use case. In the company that I worked for, a hotelier came to us. He's got these 3-star hotels or 2-star hotels. Average room rent 3,000 rupees. And he said, my biggest cost is manpower. He said between the 10 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning, check-ins are almost zero, but I have to keep 3 people out there. You know, receptionist, housekeeper, plus whatever. And he said, you know, and my average room size is average room number is only 30, 35. He said, how do I solve it? I said, The whole world in COVID worked on Zoom. Why can't your your guest check in on the Zoom? He said, what do you mean by check in on the Zoom? I said, yeah, go check in on the Zoom. Put a call center with 3 people, which will manage all your 15, 20 properties. The person comes in, he likes on the mobile phone, you give him an access code which allows him to get inside the hotel. Then he comes in, the Zoom is on, the Zoom connects to the call center. You ask him to pick up a key of 121, room number 121. The guy goes there and he checks in. He experimented, it worked beautifully. All it did was Zoom camera, Zoom application. I didn't even write a new application. He was narrating me an incident. He said, one day, one guy was shouting like mad because he went up to the room 121, came back and he said, there's no dental kit. He said, 3,000 rupees mein tumko dental kit denge. But anyway, I mean, he probably was used to some 5-star where they gave him a comb and a razor or whatever. Or maybe he also was from Japan. You know, they give everything in the car also. So this one is only hotel, right? So, but Japan, they take money. It's not that key. They give it to you in 3,000 rupees. So anyway, the guy who was sitting in that call center in the Zoom, he was so smart. He actually ordered it, sir, why don't you be comfortable in your room? In 10 minutes, I'll take care of this. He had a Blinkit guy come and deliver in 10 minutes that dental kit. Now, dental kit cost would have been 60 rupees. He would have had to talk to the driver to give him access, take him to room number 121. But it is where the humanization of AI. AI was Zoom, but the humanization was that individual who said, 100 rupees, if I spend, even if I spend it from my pocket, it doesn't matter. But I have to keep a customer happy. And obviously the owner was so happy that he gave him another 3,000 rupees. But that individual has become now the case study in that particular person, that tools are here, they will make you better. But if you humanize it, you will make it even more better. So my point again and again is, since I keep seeing the white coats, I will still again say, you as a patient is now data. You are the 1.4 billion people of India are data. Where you can make a score is when you start getting into life sciences, when you start getting into drug discovery, when you start getting into patient care, when you start getting into a logic of why is this doctor prescribing so many antibiotics? Because the track record is available to you, the data is now available to you. And if you can start correcting that practice, then you as a software, you as a data can become a lot more hyper-personalized care. And when you see now longevity conversations, you will start seeing the role of data into this. And that is where I think most of us have to learn. If we were to make a difference, it doesn't matter which science you belong to. It doesn't matter which stream are you studying today. If you know how to manage data, if you learned it to apply data, you are a winner and you will remain a winner. The world around us is changing fast and it is an opportunity. It was the same way a chemical engineer chose to become a IT engineer, and it became an opportunity because IT was on a growth path. Similarly, I request all of you, embrace data. You will be on a growth path, and I promise you, for the next 100 years, you will be the rulers. Whether you are the king or a queen, it doesn't matter whether you're on the Earth or the Mars, you are the winners. Thank you again, Professor Nanda, and Professor Acharya, for inviting me and allowing me to come and not only talk to you, but to touch my Guru's feet and tell him happy birthday. And I will definitely, inshallah, be here at 110 also. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Now the floor is open for the questions. I will invite questions from the audience. We have the audience in hybrid mode. Those who are physical, they can raise their hands.
The young girl up there.
Mic दियो.
Idhar aaja beta, you can use this mic.
Sir, here it is.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Sonali Das, and I am from a agriculture university. I am a final year agriculture student. So I have one doubt that, as you mentioned, in San Francisco, we can drive without driver and with driver, and you mentioned that without driver it is cheaper. So I have a question that if it is a without driver it is cheaper, then it shows that AI is slowly taking the jobs of the people, and it's increased the crime and robbery in the society. Then how can it is a modern and technologies India?
I think it's a very good question. So, I will put it into three parts. That you are willing to acknowledge that some parts of the work would be taken over by automation, right? In India, it may come lesser, much lesser. It is the same way, like a US is waiting for three things. Number one, a robot to come and clean their house. And so they have one dishwasher, they have this robo cleaner which goes around their houses, but they still believe that it doesn't get into the nooks and corners that it wants to. So they want an individual. Number two is, remember in Western world, there is a challenge called loneliness. So they always go and get the dogs or the pets, whoever wants it. But now they're looking at robotic dogs, which are more furried, but they are not, Similarly, the third part of it is, I would pay is that loneliness extended into finding a purpose. Because you can find money, but you have to find a purpose. Now, for that, I think again, the people around us have realized that they will find opportunities. Now, this is where I want all of us to be realistic. Realistic is, yes, 50% of the jobs will go away, but the 50% new jobs will also come in. And do a brainstorm here. If I have time, what will I do? I'll go on holidays, right? If I go on holidays, what will I do? Obviously, then that means hospitality is a good industry to be in. Number one. Number two, I said humanize. That means anything which has got customer care or caregiving or, looking after people, I think that is a great opportunity. Number third is creativity. Number fourth is innovation. Number fifth is hybrid between tools and this. As long as you find your own passion, you find what interests you, I promise you, tools you have to use, tools should not be using you.
Thank you, sir, to making my doubt clear. One more question I have. As the first you have started your lecture, you mentioned that we are much more interested in Instagram and somehow we are wasting our time. But as we saw that nowadays Instagram is the best platform to promoting and marketing. So if the mic is not working. Hello. If the youth and the people will stay away from the Instagram, how does the marketing and how the marketing will grow?
I'm not denying the fact, and it's a beautiful question. It's only one way of looking at it is that I know that is why Modi ji called all the influencers and gave them awards. Modi ji was clearly, conscious that either you meet Babajis, which depends on whichever Baba, or you meet the influencers because they have a, influence on the people. Now, do you agree that Babaji should be, should behave like gods?
No.
Okay, it can be a matter of argument. Somebody would say Babajis are required because they provide a psychological filter, they give you right advice.
Can be a good guide, but can be a god. In my perspective, I think.
Okay, I mean,
okay.
again, as I said, everybody here came and I also went and prayed to Lord Jagannath. Right? I mean, so we all believe that there is a God. Right? And people, whether they are called priests or anyone, my point again is coming back to influencers.
Okay,
The
thank
influencers have a job to do. The job is to try and sell you this particular piece of garment or this particular piece of clay or this particular piece of powder. Now, it's up to you whether you want to keep listening to the powder story. I promise you, the day I said I want to reduce weight, since then the pop-ups of all the reels are looking at my GLP-1, some Monjaro or some Ozempic. They're all trying to sell me the same drugs. Now, I don't know whether these guys are qualified to sell me those drugs, but all kinds of influencers are now right now trying to sell me how to lose weight. Now, should I start listening to them or should I go to the doctor?
You should go to the doctor.
Thank you. I'll go to the doctor.
Thank you, sir.
Good. Any other? Yeah, here is one question in this. Yes, you can take it.
Jai Hind, sir. This is Manish here. Sir, Jai Hind, sir. This is Manish here. Since you emphasized on, sorry, I had to hold. Since you emphasized on the medical industry, I just wanted to ask how we can be. This is imminent that we will use AI in medical industry to whether way to detect frauds or things like that. But can we train an AI to take responsibility as a head doctor does? Whenever some malpractice is there, or the head surgeon, he has his responsibilities very clearly taken care of. He's the person who is he's the person who is responsible for an operating room. So can we, how do we shift the responsibility of a trained individual, a trained person to AI? That's it, sir.
So Manish, जब तुम गाड़ी चलाते हो तो उसको क्या बोलते हो कि वो डेथ मशीन है? बट है ना डेथ मशीन?
Yes, sir.
तो इसी तरह से एआई को रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दोगे कि ड्राइवर को दोगे?
The driver, sir.
तो बस आंसर दे दिया तुमने.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, this was Hindi. Okay.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
हाँ बोलो.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Myself, Saswat.
Sorry, what's your name?
Sir, myself, Saswat. Sir, as you mentioned, everything is shifting, and now we can see that India as a country is also shifting from IT services to AI-driven economy. So, as an engineering student, what fundamental or foundational skills shall we retain, and what new skills shall we add so that we can humanize the AI and use it as a tool?
So, there are different ways to look at this question. One is, what you are good at. Go back into the fundamentals. So I'll give you an example. I trained under Dr. S.C. Naik to be a chemical engineer. And one of my thesis papers was coal gasification. Now today, when you look at all the challenges that the world is having, I mean, in India, it's got, you're sitting in Odisha, Mahanadi coal fields. You go to Chhattisgarh, you have coal fields. You have Dhanbad, you have coal fields. Now, the point is, if coal gasification is equal to syngas is equivalent of natural gas, why is India not spending more energy, time to convert that coal into what is called DME, which is equivalent to the gas? Now, similarly, we all sitting here know solar power is more powerful than any other power. I mean, the moment you open this up, you don't need this bulbs and tube lights, no? So my point is, as long as you have an analytical mind, as long as you have a mind which says every problem is solvable and this is a different way of solving a problem, what we call as alternate thinking or what we call as critical thinking, I think that is the fundamental skill that you need to develop. Every problem has got multiple solutions. You do it on your personal life. If you have to go Bhubaneswar to Cuttack, you will say, if I go at 11 o'clock, it takes me 2 hours. If I go at 4 o'clock, it takes me 3 hours, and so on and so forth. And then you decide whatever is the right path. But when it comes to business, then you become a tota. Because somebody else tells you to do this, but you want to be treated like an engineer. I think you should be treated like a clerk. Because somebody told you to do something and you did it. The moment you change your mindset to become what I call extreme ownership, what I call critical thinking, and number third is apply data and humanize your decision making, you will do good. It doesn't matter what profession you choose.
Thank you, sir.
I have a question. Good afternoon, sir. I'm Manish Prakash. I'm a pre-final year computer science student. So, what are the biggest architectural or cultural bottlenecks in preventing legacy businesses from to get started and integrate AI into their core operational workflows? Is it the lack of exposure or any kind of fear?
So Manish Prakash, it's a difficult to answer. So I'll give you the reason. Depending on the size of legacy business. For example, there are 3 businesses which are antique. I call them antique is because the businesses are old. Number 1 is transportation, whether it is an airline or whatever. Similarly, the business of running a healthcare hospital. Similarly, the business of insurance. I'm just giving you 3 examples. The systems that they run in, I remember I told you that your smartphone is more powerful than the Cray supercomputer. Yes. Some of these are still running on mainframes. Why? Because when you have $150 million bird, which is almost 1500 crore rupiah, then you start saying, yaar, ye chota sa software change karunga, kahin dikkat ho jaye to. Maybe the cost of running it is $2. But then you say, my average cost of a ticket is 10,000 rupees. So why would I, for 200 rupees, $2 is 200 rupees, no? 200 rupees, do a system change which will be 10,000. So that's why it's a complex problem, what you just mentioned. Yes. Sometimes it is afraid of taking a decision. Number 2, I think it is the people mindset also. Where it is family businesses, particularly I grew up in Rajasthan, so there is a patriarch of the family. You know, whether he contributes to the business or not, he is smart. He controls the purse. Well, 70 ka ho, 80 ka ho, doesn't matter. वो जो 60-year-old उसका son को भी पैसा लेना है तो उसी के पास जाना पड़ेगा. So my point is that he will say, why change? The third part is governance. Any businesses or any IT is about building trust. The system building trust, some people will jump in immediately and improvise as they go along. They are called early adopters in my business. Or some people will get in after 5 years. But the point is, so go back in your lifetime, Punch, when did the word data center start coming in? When did the word cloud come in? When did the word AI come in? All of these are 50-year-old words. But the reality is it's only getting into exponential adoption now is because the grandfather has started using ChatGPT. It has started coming in because your 2-year-old cousin's son is now talking to Alexa. So I think that adoption curve will happen, but like any other technology, give it 5 to 7 years. Early adopters will adopt now. But you as a person who is graduating next year, I think you need to find early adopters, because then your learning curve will be more relevant and faster.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. First of all, thank you so much for this amazing session. I am Shilpa Mohanty, a research scholar. So my question is, how would you address to this thing that when the future societies develop emotional relationship with AI, because this is something which is developing. So do we not think that AI is taking over the relationships as well, the social relationship, which is very integral part of human?
I don't, so I'll give you, my previous job when I was a Tech Mahindra CEO, I had 168,000 employees. And out of them, about 35,000 were BPO. Now, on the BPO, I tried introducing the emotion of the BPO technician when he was talking to his customers. I mean, it was very accurate. I mean, you could say the guy is angry, the guy is this, the guy is this, the guy is that. And it was coming from the machine. But my question was to myself, and this I'm talking now, is that it is readily available. Your mood, your heartbeats, your emotions, and how you relate to it. So my feeling is that, again, use it to your advantage. And I'll give you another example. So I met this young research scientist in Bangalore. She developed this AI tool because she had an autistic child. And she developed that tool because she realized that in a pattern of a day, there were certain hours when her autistic child was willing to listen. Certain times he was not willing to listen. So by putting in those sensors, she was able to predict when is the right time to improve him. Now my point is, yes, there was an emotional part to it. Yes, there is sensitivity to it, because now you're interfering with a human cycle. But was it not for the good? And that lady, when she met me just a few weeks ago, I said, I wish I could do it on every driver in the country. I wish the system shuts down, takes you on the side, and otherwise you look at the number of accident deaths. So my again request to all of you is, technology gives you an power to make it work for your good. And if they're developing a competence, think of the positivity out there. Think of the glass half full, not glass half empty.
Excellent. Thank you so much, sir. I would like, sir, to take the seat so that.
So thank you, guys. Thank you.
Now it's time to propose the vote of thanks. Respected distinguished speaker, Dr. C.P. Gurnani ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Shiksha Anusandhan Deemed to be University, Professor P.K. Nanda sir ji, Professor Sivacharan Nayak sir, Professor Jyoti Ranjan Das, Professor Damodar Acharya, esteemed members of INE, faculty members, researchers, students, ladies and students. It's my great privilege to extend a vote of thanks on this behalf. Why I am here is known to you, that today the program was phenomenal, and the contributors or the co-partners are Shiksha Anusandhan University, AIC SOA Foundation, and CSR IMMT Bhubaneswar, IIT Bhubaneswar, NISER Bhubaneswar, and IEEE Bhubaneswar section. First and foremost, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to our distinguished speaker who took out time, whatever the reason may be. We learned a lot from you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving an insightful lecture on service economy to innovation economy. The topic itself is vibrant and very much touching to today's India's AI movement. Sir, your thought on how the India is transiting towards innovation-driven and AI-enabled economy have provided us with the valuable perspectives and inspiration. I would like to express our sincere gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Damodar Acharya, who is the chairman, IIN Bhubaneswar chapter, and Professor Ki from Japan, and Siba sir for giving a wonderful introduction of our distinguished speaker. I would also like to extend my thanks to Professor Manoj Naik sir, the president of SO University, Professor Manas Kumar Malik sir, a silently working person who is the main driven and the main backbone of this program. I thank him so much. Thank you all, the deans and heads who have sent their future generation to interact with the leader of the era, Dr. C.P. Gurnani, sir. Thank you all for joining us. Jai Hind. Now I'll request everyone to stand for SOA anthem. Thank you so much.
जय विद्ये जनगण मनोरञ्जनि जय हे जय जननी शिक्षानुसन्धान रक्षा विद्या प्रदाने सुदर्शा भुवने जयतु प्रयुक्ति परशाला क्षेम प्रवर्तिनी ज्ञानेन शीलेन योला विज्ञान नैपुण्यमाला भुवने जयतु प्रतिभा वर्षाला प्रकाश विदानिनी दुख प्रधानैक सेवा श्रद्धानुरागैक भावा दुख प्रधानैक सेवा श्रद्धानुरागैक भावा भुवने जयतोपचार सुखशाला प्रशम प्रदायिनी जय हे जय हे जय हे शिक्षानुसन्धान जय हे
All right, sir. Ravindra.